2 streams in right there. So sorry you guys are joining for us late. I apologize for that. We're supposed to be streaming on all those other channels on YouTube. I got those up there right now. So I'm here with the notorious Leemack, who is awesome and amazing. And I watch of probably any cigar reviewer, I watch you the most, just to be honest with you. So I know you're not a cigar reviewer. That's probably why I watch you. That's probably why I watch, because cigars are meant to be enjoyed, not necessarily reviewed. You know, so I mean, that I don't know if it's me, but when you do a cigar review, I feel like you're just enjoying the cigar. You're just enjoying the cigar and telling people like we were in a lounge, like we're right here chilling out in Zeal Team 6 Lounge in the back. This is what I think about it. This is what I like about it. This is what I don't like about it, or what have you. You know what I'm saying?
And this is exactly what cigar smoking should be all about. Just sitting down and doing what you do. But, you know, I'll tell you, I paid attention to you recently. So I smoked another cigar before this, and you had a video out about how to taste a cigar. So I watched your stuff as well. So I went in there and I brewed a cup black coffee. I don't drink black coffee. And I got a bottle of mineral water right here. So hopefully my my palate is nice and clean. I'm doing a little studying these days, so it's bringing it back to neutral. But yeah, really, you know, we got to be able to that's why I don't take it so seriously. People will say, oh, you can't review a cigar and drink whiskey and drink beer and drink coffee, and you can't this. And what are you doing? You're eating fried chicken in the middle of a cigar review? Yeah, because when I'm sitting in the lounge, a lot of times that's what we do. We order something, we have drinks, we have food, and that's how we enjoy our cigar. Now, is it going to help or hurt the review? I don't know. I don't care. That's why I say I'm not a cigar reviewer.
Right. Well, hey, we got a bunch of people in here saying hi. I'm just gonna highlight a few people real quick.
Shout out to all y'all.
Hey, have a bunch of first one here. Good to see you. What's good, man? What's good? Good to see you. And then we got right here. What's up, Zeal Team? Says good to see you, Matthew. Good to see you, Matthew. Very, very good to see you. Very good to see you. I'm guessing that Damon Robin is not a fan of cigars. He says we're gonna have cancer. I don't think that's the case. I've been smoking for a while.
You know. Hey, but you know, even on that tip, right? We are grown men. We are adults. Everybody has to pick their own poison. Some people don't drink. Some people don't smoke. I don't hold that against you.
Mm-hmm. Dude, there's more danger in eating a McDonald's cheeseburger than there is smoking a cigar, in my opinion. So that's for sure. So both of us, both of us really do enjoy, cigars. And let me ask you a few things real quick. You're smoking what cigar are you smoking tonight?
I don't know. You told me what it was. I realized that it was wrapped up in a piece of Dominican newspaper. So when I'm telling you what it says on the wrapper, you're like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. It really is a piece of Dominican cigar newspaper, and it was from sometime in 2020. So you tell them what it is. Something with a Cameroon wrapper.
You're smoking the Whiskey Sunset by Zeal Cigars.
There you go. Whiskey Sunset. It's a little fat, and I'm gonna tell you, this camera on the computer is like backwards, so it like screws me up. So when I want to go to the right, I got to go left and whatever. Right. But it's a little short, fatty, packed with flavor. You said it has a Sumatra wrapper on it. Costs you a lot of money because Sumatra is expensive. That's what I'm smoking.
That's Cameroon wrapper, not a
Sumatra. Oh, see, I even got it wrong. Cameroon.
It's okay. It's all right. That's what we do all the time. We get it wrong once in a while, So you're smoking the Cameroon wrapper. I'm smoking the Spice Cream box pressed. These should be back in stock sometime next week. But we smoke cigars, we joke, we hang out, and stuff like that. But I want to know from you, like when we're talking about cigars, we're talking about cigar reviewers today. So when you and I smoke a cigar, what you do is very different than what I do. So when you smoke a cigar and you do a video, what are you doing? Tell me, when you go into a video, what are you planning on saying and doing? Or do you just kind of freestyle the whole time? You tell me.
I'm free balling it all the way, brother.
Okay.
I have no clue of what I'm going to say. And I'll tell you a secret. I don't even know what I said until I get to edit the video. Yeah. And there'll be lots of times where I'll go, oh, that video was terrible. It was too long. It was too short, whatever. And when I go back and edit it, I go, man, that was pretty good. I think I could put that out. So yeah, there's no plan, preconceived notion. I don't have anything to do. I'm just smoking a cigar and telling you what's on my mind while I'm there. And the difference is because you are a retailer. So I heard you once say, well, I review cigars that I like, right?
Yeah.
I review cigars that I want to smoke. So,
Okay.
We'll have people that will come on and say, oh, you should smoke this, whatever, from whatever cigar manufacturer. Costs $1.50, comes in a bundle. And I say, no, thank you. I don't really smoke those type of cigars.
Yeah.
But new cigars, interesting cigars, cigars from manufacturers that I like, blenders that I like. I'm smoking something that I want to smoke. Like, I'll give you an example. I smoked the Perdomo Sun Grown, his new 10th anniversary. I hated the cigar. What? I hated it.
I love it, dude. I love it. Give it to me.
Everybody else says, oh, man, sweet and cream and this, and you didn't this, and you didn't that. I'm like, listen, when I pick it up off the shelf, it should be ready to smoke.
Yeah.
I didn't like the cigar. So they said, oh, you should try the Maduro. I said,
Okay.
I don't know. I hated the Sun Grown. I don't think I'm going to like the Maduro. But sitting inside, I do have a Maduro that I'm going to try again because, the next time I run into Nicky Perdomo, he's going to give me that side eye. I'll tell you this story, right? First time, I'm brand new trying to do this cigar review thing, right? So I go to Cigar Fest. And no, I'm at Famous Smoke. That's where I am.
Okay.
And in the Perdomo, they got a big thing there or whatever. And I go, I'm trying to be important. I got business cards and all this other stuff. I walk up there and I go, yeah, Leemack912. I do cigar reviews or whatever. And he looks at me, he goes, yeah, I know who you are. I said, nah, you can't. You can't know who I am. I'm just a little dude that just got started with. So we get to talking. He goes, no. I know who you are. You didn't give my 20th anniversary a very good rating. I said, oh.
I'm telling you what, dude, that is one of the freedoms that you have is that there's cigars that I smoke that I'll never sell because I don't like them. But other people love them and they want them, but I won't sell them because for me, I genuinely and I won't usually smoke. If it's my first smoke and I usually don't like the cigar, I'll tell you like, this isn't really a banger for me. It's not really good for me. I mean, I could taste some of the things in it. Now, I will say with the Sun Grown 20th anniversary by Perdomo, I got strong caramel, vanilla out of that. Got some nice cream on that. You got nothing.
I got nothing. Now, and again, it's to be fair, I should go back and smoke it again because watching, some of the other reviewers, I saw Tim did it and your buddy Martine did it, and everybody talks about that same type of flavor profile that they got. Mine was just spice, charcoal, and bitter. That's all I got.
Really?
Yeah, really? It was bad for me. But it is what it is, and it's like Ron when he does did his tournament. He's like, I've smoked this cigar 10 times in the past. It's been great. The day I'm filming this, it is not great. Sorry, and that's the thing that I like about it is because I'm not beholden to anybody. I can just say what I want to say. Now, I'm not there to try to hurt you and try to tell everybody not to, buy your cigar because there are a lot of people that love Perdomo. There are a lot of people that can't stand the Perdomo line. I don't smoke Perdomo. Well, why not? I sell a lot of Perdomos in the shop that I work at. So.
Now, so that's something else. Some people you work at a cigar shop too.
I do. I'm at Spartan Cigar Lounge. Shout out to all my Spartans in Elkton, Maryland. We're right on Route 40. People say, I didn't know there was a cigar lounge in Elkton. It's right behind the Taco Bell. We are there, and we are open 7 days a week. And every other Friday night, you can find me down there at the Spartan Lounge. We have a good time. COVID kind of messed us up a bit. We were just getting started with our first Friday things. We had a DJ and packed and food. We were having a great time. And then COVID hit. And so now we have to do the social distance thing, but we still do get together and have a great time. So I got to give a shout out to my owners, Chris and Pete, and my manager, Tony, and shout out to Ed and all the other fellow Spartans over there. What's up to my cousin, Craig? What's up, Craig?
Now, so but you're retired now. You're retired. That's like your retirement thing.
Yeah, I'm semi-retired, right? So I retired to drive a truck.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The semi truck. Yeah, I went out. I bought a truck. I bought a trailer, and most days I'm at the house. So.
Okay. So let me ask you this: outside of that, how has COVID affected you? In your day-to-day life.
Mentally, I talked about this on the video. Mentally, it is a strain because I am a social person. I'm a very emotional person. When I see you, to me, I come back from a time when a handshake is a handshake and a man's word is his bond. So I can walk up to you and tell you about how you shake my hand, whether I want to do business with you or not.
Mm-hmm.
COVID, I'm giving you a fist bump. I can't tell nothing from the fist bump. You understand what I'm saying? So when I see my brothers and my sisters in the lounge, even somebody I meet for the first time, shout out to Rodney Landers. We met first time at Cigar Fest, Vic. I mean, it's just like we dap it up, hug it up, man hug or whatever. That's how COVID has kind of affected me. And I didn't think it was bothering me, but I was at the house a long time. And sitting around the house, I kind of went into a slow decline into a mental, almost like a depression.
Sure.
So, you hear Smokey Robinson talk about the song Tears of a Clown. So I was still very happy and still having great days, but I was sliding into this depression. So, I really had to just kick myself out of the house. My wife, you want to go to the lounge? And I don't want to go there because COVID is like around. So I'm doing better now, which is good. And I got some great people around that check up on me and see what's going on with me. Shout out to my brother Terry. We talk about angels. Do you know about angels? Terry's my angel. So.
James Doyle just made a really good point. Leemack talking the truth made you think I miss shaking someone's hand or giving someone a hug. Human thing. Human things. I think one of the things that I'm really, really concerned about coming out of this is that we miss that human thing, or it's going to be just the opposite. We're hugging everybody we ever see. We're like, brother, what's going on? That type thing. I think that there is something dehumanizing about, trying to be safe, trying to be extra safe, all these different things that we do to try to, distance ourselves or what have you. In all honesty, you miss people. So it's my wife and I are on different spectrums on this, and I'll tell you why. My wife works at home now. She works for Discount Tire Corporate. So she works in the corporate building. They send everyone to work from home. So she's at home 24/7 now. She's working from home 24/7. So she's always trying to get out. COVID has during COVID, we grew by 400%. So I still have to come. I'm still here. And even though we have our doors open and everything like that, and our retail slowed down here and there, it's also grown because people are coming and smoking at home now. So guys are coming in, and then the internet has just taken off like crazy.
Oh yeah.
So for me, I go, okay, man, this is a big deal, and then people come in and I do the whole safety thing, but I got guys coming in just right on, dude, shake my hand, and I'm like, I get you, man. I need that too. I get you, man. I'll wash my hands later and do everything else like that. But
absolutely.
What do you think, in the cigar community? Because a lot of us are isolated, and cigar is a communal thing. Wouldn't you agree?
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. And I love it when I see the brothers that say, well, when the lounges were shut and they would just get together in somebody's driveway and sit out and in a circle and talk or whatever. I love seeing that, and there are just some people, like you say, that you just, man, I know it's COVID and I know it's all that or whatever, but come in, man. I got to,
dude.
Bring it in, bro. Because like you say, I miss all of that. Even that, with some of my cigar smoking sisters, it's like, man, it's like we give the best hugs, so it's like you miss all of that.
You do. There's a real human part of a real dehumanizing part of this whole thing that is just, it doesn't rub right with our souls. There's something about our souls that's missing that connection, that creativity that comes around people and so on and so forth. So I'm glad we can even do this, and still vibe off each other and so on and so forth. But, we're a couple of things that we wanted to cover here in the next, half hour, in particular is we both watch cigar reviewers that aren't us, and sometimes we watch cigar reviews. I think you more than anybody have brought attention to this, that sometimes cigars aren't meant to be reviewed. They're meant to just smoke. And everyone's got a different palate and opinion about them. So
that's absolutely right.
With all of that out there, which I would agree with you 100%, with all of that out there, how do you trust? How do you trust what somebody's smoking? Is it that you have to go and get it for yourself, or do you trust the person? Like, for example, like I heard that, I know Lee's not talking about me because I think I'm pretty straightforward on what I do. I don't try to make up things I'm not talking about or anything like that. But then again, I don't say things like I taste cotton candy. I don't taste bubble gum. I don't taste things like that, which to me don't seem. I've never tasted. Now I have tasted marshmallow before. I have tasted a berry flavor before. I didn't taste it in this last review I did. I thought I would get berry out of this one cigar I had. But so how do you? What would be some of your advice for young bucks like myself or other guys that are been in the cigar reviewing thing? Because I think we got into it after you. I think you were already there setting the tone before Tim and I ever got into it.
No, I think you guys were there before, but I don't know. Y'all just came on and just blew the doors off with the numbers and whatever. But shout out to my nephew Ron Real TV. He did the video, that 2 videos really that set off the hey. Let's get some people to start looking at themselves in the mirror if you're calling yourself a cigar reviewer. So the first thing he said was never trust a cigar reviewer that doesn't retrohale. That was number 1.
What's up, dude? What do I talk about all the time? Tell me, dude.
You got to be retrohaling.
Get him, baby! Get him, baby! Get on him, baby! Get on him! I know that there's going to be guys out there that crucify me after this. Just so you know, all the haters in the comments, say what you freaking want right now. But my dude, Leemack, one of the guys I respect in the game, just brought it.
You got to retrohale. And the second thing that Ron did was he did a video that said we got to stop the BS cigar review. So how do you trust somebody that you're watching, right? I have people that watch me that say, my palate is very similar to yours. So if you like it, I will probably like it. I have people that watch me that say, we pretty much disagree on everything. So if you hate it, I'll try it. So the thing is, your cigar reviewer, whoever it is, has to be consistent. So if they consistently say every time they smoke a spicy cigar, it's a tattoo I have, my father, Pete Johnson, something, and they go, I don't like that. That's not for me. Then you understand why they like that. It's not like they're flip-flopping all over the place. But when you're watching some of these cigar reviewers and they are coming up with these crazy, crazy flavors, I'm going to tell you, for the most part, when you smoke a cigar, you're going to taste like smoke, tobacco, some spice, maybe some savoriness. And then people with super palates can really get down into it, talk about tea and leather and cotton candy or whatever. Not everybody can.
Right.
So, when people are coming up with these crazy, crazy descriptions, I hate when I taste one of those flavors. I hate it. Every once in a while, I'll taste buttered popcorn, and I'll go, in the hell? Like, that just sounds crazy to me. But buttered popcorn. But if that's what you taste in a review, that's it. So how do you trust your reviewer? You got to smoke it for yourself. Just like I smoked that sun-grown Perdomo. Shout out to Janine Perdomo as well. That's my sis. If I don't like it, that's fine. But you should smoke it and say, I smoked it and I did like it. And I'm okay. If you get cotton candy and helium and all of that, and you swear that that's what you get, okay, that's what you get.
Somebody says they can taste helium. You could taste helium. I thought helium's a gas that's like tasteless and okay. Helium, I guess what it is.
On the retrohale, baby. You can get some helium on the retrohale every once in a while. So I don't know. Dude,
it's big shout out. Oh, did it again. Hold on a second. Big shout out to my dude Stan Powers. Awesome chat. Stan Powers, a local guy here. Frequents the shop. That dude, I tell you what, man, that dude's got more cigars than I've ever seen. And his taste on cigar, Stan's one of those guys that'll just keep it real with me. I smoke a cigar. He came one of my favorite cigars. He comes in here and goes, it's crap, Bradley. It's crap.
I like you, Stan.
I know, right?
I like you, Stan.
It's crap, Bradley. You don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, listen, I heard a guy say the other day he was smoking. He said, Padron 1926, whatever size, is the best cigar that is ever made. And listen, my nephew Ron and I will know what I say. I'll go, it's all right.
I'm telling you, dude. I mean, it's a weird thing. Now it's it's a hard thing, during doing cigar reviews because, I really do take care to cleanse my palate beforehand. To not, I really try to do my cigar reviews with nothing I've eaten beforehand. Before an hour beforehand, cleanse my palate with either chocolate or coffee, and then drink water ahead of time. Then not anything for 15 minutes, and then I taste the cigar. And what I genuinely taste is what I taste. It's not something I'm trying to make up or sell. I don't think. I mean, the some of our cigars are so cheap. I don't have to sell them. If you would, so people know I'm big on my house brands and what have you, and they don't cost a pretty penny. But that brings me back to my house brands. Leemack, are you going to crucify me on that cigar? Are you going to tell me to take that cigar?
What I'm thinking, right? So it is definitely, I haven't pulled out my perfect draw on it. It's not a tight draw, but it's a medium firm draw, but it is burning well. Hold on, let me get in front of the camera there.
There you go.
I mean, look at the coastline on it. She is definitely burning very well. Started out a little milder than I would like, and that just kind of goes against people say dark cigars or strong or whatever. This is kind of a mild cigar, but it's picking up a very nice oily pepper slick. It's mild cayenne, tobacco. I probably haven't done a retrohale because I wasn't doing a review.
Okay, I get you on that.
How much is this cigar?
$7, $7.25, depending on the size. I think that one's $7.
Yep, $7. So
in the shop, online it's cheaper.
Yeah, so $7. This ain't a bad cigar for $7. It's not overly complex. It's not overly strong. I tend to like a little bit more oomph, I'm gonna call it.
Okay.
But I just started smoking it, so there might be oomph before I get to the end of it. So I don't know. But that's why I also make a point of saying I'm not a cigar reviewer. I'm just a dude in my garage. So there'll be times when you will see me in the middle of a cigar review. Literally, I'll pick up my dinner plate and start eating. So all of that cleanse your palate and all that. Yeah, all right, whatever. That's not what I'm doing.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I got my baby texting me real quick. She's like, "Are you on there with Leemack right now?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude. She got to watch it." Dude, we just love
Shout out to her. What's her name?
Jamie.
What's up, Jamie? How you doing, sis?
Jamie Reed. Miss Crooked Beard. She goes by
man.
Miss Crooked Beard. Somebody said, "Do I have some product in my beard?" I said, "Yeah, your boy might be working on some beard oil. I don't know.
A little product.
Little product in the beard."
Yes. See, I got the little starter kit, and I can't ever get off the starter. So
Yeah, my baby keeps it. She likes me keeping it trim and fit here. Now, let me ask you this: outside of cigars, what do you like to do for fun, man? I've always wanted to know that. Like, what do you enjoy? Yeah,
everything, right? So I'm glad you asked that, but stay right there for a second.
Okay, no worries.
So I was hang on, I'm still here. So I was going to the liquor store the other day.
Okay.
For 1 week, right? And I get out and I see this little thing here, right? It's a rock.
Okay.
And and on the back it says PRMD. It's got a Facebook thing. It says keep or hide. So I'm like, well, what the hell is this? I go to the Facebook group and they got a whole thing on painted rocks, right?
Okay.
I'm not an artist. Well, all of a sudden now I'm painting rocks. This is what I'm doing now. I'm painting rocks. Man. Look at that. So I do.
Rocks.
I'm painting rocks. This is a Halloween scene I did here. I got a mountain scene. Listen, I do a little bit of everything. I'm a musician.
Yeah.
So I will write and I record and I have a little studio upstairs. And when I have time, I get back, I do that. Garden, my neighbor says I need to get a job because she's like, you cut your grass way too many times every week, during the COVID. And since I retired, I now have time. So I'm doing landscaping. I like flowers. And if you look around my garage, there's all kinds of stuff. I roast coffee. I have rolled cigars. I like working on cars. I have a little car out here that I putter around with. So mechanical. I told you I'm a truck driver. So maybe this winter I will be driving my truck and doing whatever. It's in the shop. It continues to be in the shop. There ain't a whole lot that I have not tried or have not done. Shout out to my sister Tracy. Hold on. She's got me into collecting playing cards.
Oh, yeah, dude.
So there's a whole lot of stuff that I'm interested in. I feel like I'm a big kid. I refuse to grow up. And I'm just interested in a whole lot of things. I'm always interested. I'm reading a book now by Metzer, or whoever the hell it is, and it's about George Washington, the first conspiracy. It's called, and they're talking about history, and it's all around where I grew up, New York and Connecticut, Boston, and Elizabeth. So I'm like, man, that is like really cool. So I'm learning all about all of this stuff before the Revolutionary War. So could be a history buff. Shout out to my brother Randall. He and I sit around and talk about history in the lounge. So I do a lot of everything, man. I just it is what it is.
Well, we got a couple comments to get here too. One guy says, Devin Bush, am I the only person that calls you Uncle Bradley? I call Leemack Uncle Lee, so you can call me Uncle Bradley. I don't mind that whatsoever. I've probably earned that title 2 or 3 times, being the dumb uncle that you never want to bring home. But I know a lot of people, and I think as a YouTuber in general, there's a social conscience that we do have, and a responsibility to our audiences. Setting good examples and what have you, loving on people, calling attention to things like that. And I think that's a huge thing. And I think you're one of those guys, man, that I mean, when people ask me like, so you're a cigar reviewer, who do you watch? And I'm like, you got to look at my dude Leemack, man. He's the kind of guy, like, I can imagine. And I almost did call you one, because we got each other's phone numbers and everything. I almost called you one day. I had a real bad day one day. And I was like, man, I just need some encouragement. I went into the Word a little bit, spent some time with Jesus, and that really did get me through. But like, there's just certain people, and you're one of those people, man. And I want to congratulate you and tell you, like, you're good. I know that's your trademark. I like it. I love it. But like, I'm telling you, there's not a time I hear that I'm not. But I'm like, I'm always like, yeah, dude, that's Leemack. Let's go.
Hey, listen. You can always call me, no matter where we go. Like I said, we can have a drink. I got a copy of the Word right here. We can go into the Word. We can do whatever. But I'm an open-minded person, so that's the thing that I love. So people that are people of faith. I have good friends. I have a sister that's a Muslim, and people that are Buddhist. I work with a guy, and man, I'm always the guy that's there. Like, all right, listen. Explain to me what's going on. I went to the Buddhist temple when I was in Singapore. I go everywhere. So you gotta be open-minded to people that are different, and we can disagree on some things. Like my buddy Randall. Love my brother Randall. Right? He's like 7 feet tall. He's a big, tall, white. He's 6'11" or something like that. He damn near 7 feet tall, and he's a big guy, right?
Yeah.
He's from where I'm living now, Cecil County. When I first moved down here, they were like, "You're black, don't move to Cecil County." KKK, this and all that, whatever. Good people down here, right? But there's some things that we disagree on. So, we sit around and we have these conversations that include like Alex Jones and Farrakhan and sharpening knives and guns and rights and the deep state. We have all of those conversations, and we don't agree on everything, but I love that dude just like a brother. So you know what I'm saying? So that's where we got to get to, where we don't have to agree. We could disagree. That's all right.
I think that even goes into cigars, to where if you don't agree with something smoking that they're smoking, it doesn't mean it's bad for them. It doesn't mean it's like if you got something else out of the cigar and somebody else is getting some completely different out of the cigar, that doesn't mean you cut them off or you exit them out of your Facebook group or you cut them off from social media. Just say, I didn't get that out of the cigar. It's not something I got out of the cigar. I smoked the Perdomo. I got something completely different that you got out of the Perdomo, and you're like, you didn't crucify me on it. You were just like, whatever. And this is a crazy thing. Like, I think I know you enough to say if you didn't like that cigar, you'd be like, Bradley, it's an okay cigar, but not for me. Not for me.
Right.
I love that about you.
But here's the other thing, though. When people come into the store, and I said the same thing in the review, I said, Perdomo, I know this about Nick Perdomo from what I've heard and what I've seen. I know that he's like a Nazi when it comes to quality and all of these things. So when I pull the band off of that Perdomo and the glue pulls off, I'm going, that surprises me, because I know how he is. I know that when I pick up the Lot 23, which is a great smoke, one of my first ones that I smoked from them, great stick. always a great stick. They have a lot of good stuff in their line. There's some stuff that I don't like. So I know that they are very consistent. So what I try to do is, be consistent, but you don't have to crucify something that you don't like, except for the worst cigar that I ever smoked, which was the Casino Gold. That is a crap cigar. I don't care what anybody says.
I've never had that. I've never had the
Oh,
cigar.
it's terrible. Terrible.
Yeah. The worst cigar I ever had was Rocky Patel's Costa Rica Maduro.
Mm.
That was the worst cigar I ever had in my entire life.
I never smoked that one.
Oh, it's horrible. It was terrible. Now, I wasn't a big fan. I'll tell you this much. I wasn't a big fan of, you remember Fazanca? Remember Fazanca cigars? Yeah, no. Fazanca's an old Cuban brand. And they used to be out there a little bit here and there, smaller company. My father just bought them, reblended Fazanca, and now it's Fazanca by my father.
No, you're saying it with the Arizona thing there. I called it Fonseca.
I can't say, dude. This is my problem. I don't know how to say anything in any other language except for my dumb Bradley English is that's what my family calls dumb Bradley. I can't.
Right.
La Antilles or La, I don't know. So, but they reblended the Fonseca, whatever it's called. They reblended it, and I was told by the rep. He said, "This. I'm telling you what, man. This is gonna put our Florida Antilles, on notice. I'm telling you." Yeah. So I smoked it. I am telling you what, man. It is the truth.
I've heard that.
I'll send you one if you haven't had one yet.
I haven't had it, but I've heard that. I've heard that it's a good cigar. Like you say, the old brand kind of was like, I probably have some of the old ones upstairs. They're in the buddy bag, you know?
Right. Exactly. There were nothing to write home to mom about. But this cigar scared me how good it was. If it's not on the top 5 of Cigar Aficionado, then what I think about Cigar Aficionado will be true then. Because this cigar is so good. I mean, I smoked it. He's like, I just want you to tell me, when's the last time you had a cigar that's good? I'm like, not this year yet. Mm-hmm. Not this year. And it was so good, creamy. Everyone could smoke it. We have a new girl that works here. Her name's Heather. I told her, I said, I got your first cigar. Now she went off and smoked her first cigar without me, with my sister. So they were out. I come in one day and they're smoking my lounge. Like, what are you doing? We're going to do this on film. It's going to be great. Never mind. They went in. You can't keep them away from cigars. High desert man. Oh my gosh.
Big.
You're dead to me.
Come here. Say hi to everybody. Hey, this is Heather. Everybody say
hey, Heather.
This is Leemack. This guy is amazing.
I've seen
Yeah, see it. I told you.
I told you. First started.
Yeah,
you gotta listen to him.
Yeah, this guy.
He said that. So see, this is the thing I like about you, Brad. It's like you don't make up stuff. You tell the truth, because you said on the Zoom we were on. I had some new people started. I told them, hey, watch this guy, Leemack,
Hey, I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah.
I'm telling you the truth. So, are you heading out?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
I just had to interrupt because you told me I was dead to you.
No. We'll smoke that Fazanca. Awesome. I know.
Yeah, I have to smoke that cigar now that you said that. And see, that's the thing when it comes to reviewers that you can trust. Mm-hmm. If they say it, like, I talk about my nephew. And if my nephew says, Unc, this is a good cigar. Like, I was never big on Plasencia. Mm-hmm. And he was like, Unc, you got to smoke this Alma Fuerte. I'll send it to you. I go, I smoked the Alma de Campo and I hated it. I called it the Alma de hated it, terrible cigar. I hated it. But he's like, no, I think you might like this. I'm like, all right, send it. So I give it a fair shot. I end up buying 2 boxes of it. I'm like, yeah, you were right. This is a good cigar. So, certain people, when they say to you, hey, listen, this is it. And I try not to say that about a lot of cigars, but there are people that know me. And when I say, if I tell my brother Ott, shout out to your brother Ott, I say, Ott, that's all I got to tell him. You need to get this right here. I'm telling you, when I tell him that, he knows, this is a good cigar.
That's awesome. Well, we do have another celebrity on there. We got Vic from High Desert Man on there. You ever seen Vic?
Oh, man. Yeah, Vic is the man.
Yeah, dude.
Vic and I hung out last year. We ate some barbecue. We smoked some cigars. Yeah. We had some bacon and eggs up there at Cigar Fest in the parking lot. Man. I showed Vic how to do Cigar Fest right, and we were planning to do it again this year, and COVID kind of messed that up. But we'll be back there 2021. Back in the house at Cigar Fest.
Vic is one of the best guys in the entire world. I got a chance to come out here and hang out the lounge a little bit. We did a video together when he was here. He did one for his channel. I did one for mine. And just a great guy, sweet guy, awesome guy. Love you to death, brother. Love you to death, man. Absolutely. But then, so I got some questions for you here, man. We got some.
Go ahead.
We got some. Hold on a second. That wasn't it. Some people, comments. You got the Eagles. Are you an Eagles fan?
Oh yeah. EALGES.
Man.
Listen,
man.
my wife is
pray for you for something. Now I know what it is.
Listen, my wife is Philly born and bred. So when I met her, I lived in Philly for a little while. I had to pick a team. When I was up North Jersey, I was never like a Giants fan or, I just was never one of those New York teams. They're from New York, not New Jersey. I don't care what anybody says. So when I moved to Philly, I adopted the Eagles, and that's it. It's tough being an Eagles fan because just, you look at last week's game. It's like, man, they look pretty good. It's like I didn't watch the second half of the game. It's like typical for the Eagles. The wheels fall off and whatever. But, yeah, I am an Eagles fan, and I have a Michael Vick jersey upstairs. So, everybody wants to crucify Michael. I got a Michael Vick jersey.
There you go. Well, I'll tell you this much. So you're an NFL fan then? So you watch the games and everything like that?
No, I'm not a big sports fan on anything.
Really?
No.
Really? Okay.
No.
I'm NFL nut job. I mean, I'm a big football guy, so I watch college and NFL and everything like that. So the Big Ten.
I don't have enough time. You see all those hobbies I have. I
you do
when I can.
You got a lot of hobbies, man. I was like, maybe he's got a bike out back. He takes a ride around on or something like that. And I'm like, oh, you got like 10 different things you do.
Too many.
If I'm not smoking cigars or hanging out with my wife and family, I'm on the back of my bike just tearing it up as best I can.
Yeah, and I haven't ridden mine at all this year. Oh man, long story, but I went to crank it up and it won't run. So I got either a bad battery or a bad relay or something. I gotta get to it.
What kind of bike do you ride?
It's an '08 Harley Super Glide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, when I got divorced one of those times, I went back to the house to pick up my old motorcycle. I had a V45 Honda, and it was a little project bike or whatever. I went looking for my bike, and I asked my ex-wife, "Where's my bike?" "Oh, that's gone." "What do you mean it's gone?" "Oh, we sold that." "He sold it."
Oh.
Yeah, she didn't like me at that point.
Somebody got that mechanic divorce special. Oh,
yeah, buddy. Yeah, absolutely. So, when I went to buy another bike, I was like, I'm going to buy a sports bike. I was in my 40s, I'm buying a sports bike. So I had a nephew, one of my wife's nephews. He said, "Unc, you too old for that. Get you a Harley, something you can sit back and ride on and relax." So I'm glad that he told me that because I really do enjoy riding it.
So I got an 06 Hayabusa.
Oh, see, yeah, I can't. That's what my nephew had. So, those bikes scare me. Let me just tell you.
194 miles an hour, dude.
Yeah, that scares me. I can't. Listen. Mine is the 6-speed, so by the time I get it up to 6 and we are riding 90, 95, I'm like, that's about enough for me. I can't even imagine stuff going by me at that speed, man. I just can't.
It's crazy. I haven't had it up that high yet, but there's a track out here in a place called Glendale that's got a 2-mile long track that you can pay $10, to take 2 passes, to see how fast you can get your bike. So I've never been over 140 on a bike. I had a couple Ninjas and I had a VMAX before I had this one. So nice. We'll see what this thing does. I'm a lot different now though, man. It took me probably about, I'd say 2 weeks to get my legs back out from under me, to play, to feel comfortable on the bike, to swerve, to do everything I used to do, and now I feel like, but the last time I got to tell you this though. So the first time I met my wife, I took her out on my motorcycle at a Ninja and I popped a wheelie on it.
Yeah.
And rode it. And that was the last time she rode with me. 25 years later, she just rode with me the very first time on the back of this bike. And I rode 30 miles an hour.
No way in hell I would ride with you ever again at all. And the funny thing is, I'm gonna tell you how I started riding bikes, right? So as a kid, we were always on bikes and mini bikes and all this stuff or whatever.
Mhm.
So a buddy of mine, his girlfriend went to work. So anybody want to buy a motorcycle? My boyfriend's got this motorcycle. It's in the back. It was a little Honda 400 something or whatever. It was Yamaha 400. And his father said he's gonna put it out for trash if he doesn't get rid of it. It's $200. He sold it to him. So right. So my buddy's riding on this bike or whatever. So I'm like, hey man, show me how to ride this thing, because he took me for a ride. I was on the back. I didn't like that at all because I like being in control.
Sure.
So he showed me how to ride it or whatever. I was hooked, man. I bought a little Honda CM 400T, and man, I was in college. I rode that thing everywhere. But the funny thing was I had no license. I didn't know how to ride the bike, and I'm looking at bikes and I'm buying it. So I had to take him with me to go test drive it because I didn't know how to drive the damn bike. When I get my license, I go up to DMV or whatever. They're like, all right, you had to have somebody with you. Man, I had been driving for a long time. I never had anybody with me. I had to find somebody in line and say, can you come up here and be my spotter or whatever the hell they call it?
That's crazy, man. That's really, really crazy. Well, somebody asked me if I was doing, they said, surely you were having a smoke on, but man, I'm just telling you what, I had my helmet on, my face down, and I was going downhill. And it was too fast, too soon, too quick, and I was done lickety split, believe it or not. It was fun. It was fun to go that fast, but I'm not a fast driver, believe it or not. I like a powerful bike. I like to get up and get out of the way if I have to. I mean, that's part of riding bikes is that should something happen where like you need to get out of the way quick, this thing will get me out of the way quick. And I laid my bike down one time. Have you ever laid your bike down? You were wrecked?
Knock on wood, I have not. So I'm way too cautious, I guess.
Yeah, I wasn't at one point, and I was up in Prescott, out here in Arizona. It's a city northeast of us, probably about an hour and a half away, and I was driving, and a bulldozer pulled out in front of me, and I had to go off to the side of the road, lay my bike down, and have the presence of mind to spin out real quick so I could lay the bike this way and hit the thing like that. So it was a crazy thing, but I rode the thing all the way back to Phoenix, so I didn't damage it that much. I broke my clutch handle a little bit, and I broke my clutch lever, but I was fine. Yeah. I had my riding stuff on, my helmet and stuff like that.
I think if I ever laid mine down, I probably would never get back on it again,
Mm-hmm.
Especially now,
Yeah. Well, let me ask you this. So in keeping with time here, we got about 10 minutes left.
Yes, sir.
What are some reviews or some cigars that you're looking forward to dropping on your channel? Like you're thinking about, I got this coming in. I got some cigars I'm really looking forward to reviewing, and then finish that statement with, how are you enjoying the cigar from Zeal?
Yeah. So I will tell you one that I'm really excited about is one you may not have ever heard of, is from my brother Osvaldo Morales, OM Cigars. I did a review on his Essential Blend number 4. And he called me one day. He was like, he was one of these guys. He's like, he never heard of me, and somebody sent him a review, and he was like, who the hell is this Leemack912, And he watched the review, and he's like, man, I like you. He's from New Jersey, Miami. He's a cool guy. So he sent me that number 5. I'm excited about smoking that. My brother James sent me some Davidoffs. I forget what they are. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about this one right here. I just got from Steve Saka and Dunbarton. This is his U-boat, pre-commissioned U-boat. That was one of the blends that was on the table when he did the Unstolen Valor. I really enjoyed the Unstolen Valor. Steve is my man. We don't agree on blending most times or whatever, but yeah, Unstolen Valor was a great one, but that was done. I think Raul Disla did that one. So I'm excited about that. This cigar from Zeal, I pay $7 for it all day long. It's still a little light on the body for me though. I would like a little bit more of the body in there, but it's got a great taste to it. It is smooth. It's got that nice peppery smoke. It's a medium cigar for me. Now, some people may say it's stronger, but for me, it's medium, and I am enjoying it. I just got to say, it is rolled. The construction on it is like perfect. Look how it's burning. We've been talking. I haven't hit the lighter. I haven't had to do any touch-ups. One clunk of ash in the ashtray, and she's burning great. So that's a testament to the quality of what's going on in your house cigars. You got so many of them. It's just so hard to try them all, you know?
It does. We do got a lot. Somebody came in the other day, and he goes, I'm here for the house. I took him to my main humidor. So our first humidor has all of our main brands in there and everything, Camacho, that, everything else in there. But he goes, no, I'm not here for this. I'm here for your house blends. And he goes in, and it's a bigger humidor for our house blends. And he goes, oh, wow. And I'm like, yeah, we got a little bit. And he's like, okay, I like this, and I like this. Point me in the right direction. So I point him over to here. And he's like, okay, now I like this. He ended up taking one of each of our house blends, 37.
Yeah.
When he was done, 37. Boom, 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 boom. So that was pretty cool. So
yeah, it's a lot. There are, because like you said, you have something for everybody. There was one we talked about earlier, and you said it's Connecticut. I said, is the oomph Connecticut or mild Connecticut? You said it's a mild Connecticut. I said, I'm not in the mood for that tonight. Let me smoke this one.
Right. I'm smoking the mild Connecticut. It's a spice cream. I'm smoking the spice cream box press. And the way I named it, I got these from the guy producing for me, and he says, you hear these, what would you name them? And I smoked it. I said, it tastes to me like vanilla ice cream with a little bit of spice on there.
Nice. Nice.
And he's like, I said, well, I'll call it spice cream then. I'll do it that way. And so it was really kind of fun. I do have a lot of fun naming these. And let me show you my next drop. I told you I was going to say something, by the way. I told you, I don't know if I can put it in here. Can I put the next drop? This is my next drop. Let's see what I can do here. I might be able to do something special.
All right, let's see what's going on.
This is my next drop. So if you guys want to see what the next cigar from Zeal Cigars is going to be called, the title of the cigar is called Rhapsody. That's the name, that's the name, that Rhapsody. Now I'll show you the logo, and there's going to be a Connecticut. There's either going to be a Habano or a Corojo. I can't decide yet. Okay, and there'll be a Maduro. But I'll show it to you. Let me. It's got to be on the background. So let me add a background. I don't know if I can do this right. Let me see. Let me see if I can add this background. There we go.
It's high technology right here.
I know, something like that. Let's see if I can get it. I'm gonna take us both out so they can see it. They might. Okay, you'll probably. I'm gonna take us both down. Give me 1 second, or maybe I can do that with. Can I do this like this? No, I can't. I'm still trying to figure out this. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna put it up as the background.
Okay, there you go.
I don't know if you can't see it here. I'll put us both down here. Did you see it?
I saw it.
Yeah. And down below it says Rhapsody on there. So it's a. I wish I didn't know. I know there's a way I can do. Oh, okay. Upload logo. Here we go. Okay, here we go. That's what it looks like. Right there.
Yeah, nice.
That's what it looks like. It'll say Rhapsody like that. And the Connecticut will have a blonde, and the Corojo will have a redhead. And then the brunette will have or the Maduro will have a brunette guy on there. So I really like it. I'm looking forward to Rhapsody. I've had the cigar already. It's in production right now. It's a tremendous amount of flavor, like just lots of super complex. One of the most complex cigars I've ever tried. Yeah.
So let me ask you a question, right? Because you say I am a retailer or whatever. So how do you feel like reviewing the cigars that you smoke? Like you say, oh, spice cream is this, that, whatever. And somebody's going to watch it and go, well, he's just trying to sell me cigars, Sure. Well, I am trying to sell you cigars. Sure. There's no doubt about that. So I get, and one person asked me a really good question. They said, how can I tell when you really don't like something? Like how can I tell on film? I'm like, there's not many times I've smoked something that I really didn't like. There really isn't. There's a few. You can find them. There's a few on there. There was a Corojo put out by PDR I really wasn't thrilled with, but I smoked it again in a larger size. I liked it. And there was a Master, Master Pupil Blend by Archetype. The Master I couldn't stand. And I said that I didn't like. I said, this is, maybe you like Maduros, maybe you like this. This isn't for me. Somebody else rated it like 93. I was like, there's no way it's 93. Yeah. But I am trying to sell, cigars. So I do smoke cigars that I like. So
what I try to be as genuine as I can be with it is, do I like the cigar? I do the whole blue collar thumbs up, thumbs down type thing, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, here, that kind of thing. The flavors in particular that I call out, I try to call out distinct flavors that I taste in there. In particular, I also try as best I possibly can to say, you know, value wise, this is really good, you know,
Right.
or for the money. I mean, you're gonna have to decide for yourself if it's that good, you know. I mean, that it's all about like value to me is what you're willing to spend on a cigar. Now you got $3 million in the bank, $100 cigar is gonna affect you whatsoever. Now I don't have $3 million in the bank, so even if I wasn't in the cigar industry, I'm still shopping, you know, usually around house blends. I usually would do that or shop $10 and below for my cigars typically. So, you know, occasionally I'll get a Davidoff and smoke that. And there's cigars that we carry that I don't sell online. I don't sell my Davidoffs online, you know? So, there's things that, you know, just little things like that, you know, little things like that that are important.
Well, before we get out of here, I will just say back to the cigar reviewers, I will say, and then you kind of got to be careful with it, whatever. But I say also that you can't trust the cigar reviewer that likes every cigar, and you can't trust the cigar reviewer that hates every cigar. And that was one of the reasons why I started doing cigar reviews, because some of the biggest cigar reviewers that were out there when I started was saying every cigar was great, 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 great.
That's me, dude. That's me. You can just come with me.
So when you say he's not talking about me, well, you know, if the shoe fits, you got to put it on and wear it. You know,
I'll wear it, brother. I'll wear it. Now, here's the thing I don't do though. When I test every cigar before I get it. Like I smoke them. Typically, I smoke them before I get it, and if not, I'm telling you, I'm smoking it for the first time on camera. You know, so if I don't like it, or I don't think it's a good value, I won't bring it in, and I won't do a video on it. Now, I have been inundated in my inbox of people like, you've got to do cigars that you don't like. You got to do cigars you don't like. Here's the problem with that. I like the manufacturer. I just don't like his cigars. I love the dudes. I mean, remember, we're kind of in a small industry. These are good guys. You know, like you're talking about Nick stuff. You know, I love Nick. Nick called me personally and said, hey, man, thank you so much for your review. I really do appreciate that. That's great. But like I'm being honest. Like I don't. There's cigars. There's a cigar company that I can't stand the guy. I loathe this dude. Just so I don't like him. I don't hate anybody, but I just do not. I love him, the Lord. That's about it. But like, I do not like this guy. But I sell cigars, and I like cigars, and I know he don't like me. But I will absolutely tell you, like, I don't like this guy's cigars, but this cigar, it's a banger. It's a great cigar. So in that regard, and I don't tell people who I don't like and who I like and so on and so forth.
Right.
I want to be at peace with all men. I'm not trying to pick fights or whatever. But if I have seen some guys, and I've called this out before, at least I think I have in the right way. I got called out on it by some other people. That's fine. Which everyone's entitled to their opinion. We're in America. You have the freedom to be wrong. They said, you know, you seem like you kiss this guy's butt a lot. Like you like this cigar a lot. And I said, well, I like all his cigars, you know, and if I didn't like a cigar, I'd tell you I didn't like the cigar, you know, and they're like, well, you like every cigar you smoke. I'm like, I'm also a reseller. It's in my best interest of my company to sell cigars, you know? So if I get up there and I have 20 boxes of cigars coming in, okay. And I'm like, I just smoked a cigar. I don't like it. I hope you buy this cigar. You know, that kind of thing. I mean, it's not going to work. So, but I've told guys before, I've sat down with manufacturers, with reps in my back lounge. I smoked it, and I'm like, this is a good cigar. And they say, well, it's $15. I'm like, no way I can sell it, dude. I just can't. I'm not going to sell it. It's not worth that much to me. And they're like, well, what's it worth to you? Let's see if we're like, no. I don't want special favors. And I'll tell you this much. I don't do any special favors. I got no background insiders with any manufacturers. I don't get paid to do videos or anything like that. I don't at all. I don't have any kind of, and some guys do. Some guys get their cigars for free. Some guys get this. I don't do any of that. On my honor, on the Bible, everything. Go ask my mama. She worked with me. You know, I don't get it. And I will say this, and I'm just going to be straight up truth about this 100%. I cannot, and I hate saying this. I don't know how to say it in the right way. I probably shouldn't say this. This is going to be that is what everyone wants to hear. If I like a guy, it's really hard not to like his cigar sometimes. Like if I sit down with a guy and I'm like Saka's my kind of dude. Okay. And I like all cigars except for Total Los Dias. I don't like that cigar necessarily. A little too peppery for me. I really didn't like it. And that doesn't mean it's not a good cigar. And some people just love that cigar, but for me, it's not for me. But I carry all his other cigars, and I like Saka. I really like the guy. I think he's a fun guy, So like for me, I'm like, man, it's hard not to like that. And when I like a guy and I have a really good relationship with him, and I feel like he's in it for mutual benefit, like he's in it for him and for me, and he wants to see us do well. We want to see each other do well. Man, as a retailer and as an online guy, it feels great to smoke that cigar and be like, you know what? This is a really good cigar, man. Not only because this guy's a good guy, but so it's for me that's hard sometimes because I tend to like everybody. There's not many guys I don't like, but there are some guys that I don't like. They rub me the wrong way.
So that's the benefit of cigar reviewers. Like some people get into this, they're like, oh, your free cigars, this and that. People are sending you stuff or whatever. And I started out reviewing cigars from Cigar Fest. So I paid for them. And anything I wanted, I went and I bought it or whatever. And it was a long time before somebody sent me a cigar to review. That's the benefit of us. We are able to go out there and give you an honest opinion because I don't have anything to sell. Right.
Well, I'm forthright about that even on my videos, though. I'm like, look, I'm selling this to you. I'm a sales guy too, so I like saying, I like the cigar. So it's a I'll tell you this much. I've never felt disingenuine by anything I've said, to be honest with you. Never have. Before God, never felt disingenuine. I don't. Yeah. But there are cigars that I like more. That like so people ask me all the time, so what's your go-to house blend? And I'm like, which one? I mean, I like them all, but like it depends on the occasion. Like if I want something, sweet, like Maduro, I'm more of a Maduro guy. So if I want something sweet, I'll go with my Liga Midnight. So my Liga Midnight's got more of a Liga Privada type thing. If I want something like complex, it's Maduro, I go with my King's Comeback. If I want something that's even more concentrated on the King's Comeback, I go to the King's Comeback box press. I think it changes completely. On that. If I want something light in the morning, Spice Cream. Something like that. So it just depends on the move. This because while you might prefer a certain cigar, I like the Camacho Nicaragua that was just released. I like that one. But the bang for the buck, on that price point, sometimes for my palate is better served for the Mi Querida by Saka. And it doesn't mean I don't like the Nicaragua by Camacho. It just means for the sweetness and the overall complexity, I enjoy the Mi Querida, myself. So, but I know that people are going to come to their conclusions. And here's the reality, man. Everyone's got trolls. Everyone trolls. All that kind of stuff. And I think the trolls just complicate everything. And it's just you do what you can with them. What I'm saying? It's just a matter of how you'd make it. You take the trolls, take your critics and make them your coaches, because sometimes there's some wisdom in that.
And there is. And one of the reasons why I like Saka so much, even though we disagree on blending, is the very first time I met him, another situation. I walk up, Leemack, this is who I am. I review cigars, but I don't really like your cigars that much. Without skipping a beat, he was like, well, that's all right. Not everybody's going to like what I do, but try it this size, this one and that size, and see what you think or whatever the case is. So that's why when he comes out with a new cigar, I always buy his cigars, whether I like them or not, because I support the guy. But I'll review the cigar and go, I don't like the cigar. It's not for me. But,
Yeah. And but I just, in all honesty, I sell what I like, and I smoke what I like. So there's not many. I mean, I'm looking over here, and I don't go through all the cigars in my humidor. And so I just got Aldanito in. Have you had Aldanito?
Yes, I love them.
Yeah. I smoked them that's one of the few that I smoked from a sampler pack that a rep gave me, and my dad and I smoked it on the same day, and we freaked out. I went, this is so good. So I got that coming up tomorrow. I'll drop a sampler on that, but that was really good. So, but somebody was asking me, about discount codes, and I told them I would.
Right. That's what I was going to bring up.
Yes. But I have to ask, and I gotta expose you a little bit. Can I expose you a little bit?
Sure. Hey, listen, everything is on the table, brother.
I know. You know I love you. I got nothing but love for you. Leemack, tell me your first name. Tell everybody your first name, because that's what the discount code, as I get it already, that's what the discount code is going to be spelled as. So tell them your first name.
Oh, and, I don't have any problem with it. It's okay, Leander.
How do you spell that?
Leander. Leander.
Okay.
Comes out of Greek mythology.
It's going to be Leander. Leander 10. So save 10% off at Zeal Cigars for 24 hours.
There you go.
If they do that, so I'm putting it in right now. You can't use it just yet, so give me a hot second. I just forgot about it till you said that, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta go do that ASAP. I totally forgot about that. I was trying to do that before I got on here.
That's all
right. There we go. I think we're good. I'm going through everything, making sure we're good, and good. So I'm gonna put that up there for everyone to see on the block. So if you guys go over to Zeal Cigars right now and use this code Leander10 at checkout, you will get 10% off at checkout of already of our low prices. At checkout, you'll save 10% using Leander. That is, of course, the Leemack912. So I don't know what does the 912 stand for?
Oh, that's my birthday.
Is it really?
Yeah, we just had that national holiday, September the 12th.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, that's awesome. Leander. So use Leander10 at Zeal Cigars, and you will save 10% at checkout with this guy. So, hey, dude, my brother from another mother, I love you to death, man. Thank you so much for joining me.
Back, brother. I do. I appreciate you. And, from the time that you put me on the top 5 list of cigar reviewers that you watch, you and Tim, I was like so excited. I was running around the house. I was telling my wife, these guys, they put me on there. They watch me,
I do, man.
Ever since then, it's been a pleasure to know you and meet you and talk to you. Like I said, we talk to each other on the phone, email, whatever. So it's always a pleasure. I can't wait till I make it out there to be able to sit down in the shop, face to face, hug, man shake, wrap it up. I can't wait till we can do that in person. Like some people, you feel like you've known them all your life, and you happen to be one of those people.
Absolutely. Well, from Phoenix to where you're at in Maine, right? Is it Maine?
Maryland.
Maryland.
Don't take me to Maine. I don't like. I can take
you to Maine. But from Phoenix to Maryland, man, got number love for you, Leemack. Keep doing your thing. We love it. And make sure you guys subscribe to Leemack's channel. That's Leemack912 on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe.
You're going to get him over there to the wrong guy. Leemack912, brother.
Yeah. Leemack912. Sorry. Go to Leemack912. I'm an idiot. See, I shouldn't stay on here more than 45 minutes because I forget everything.
It's all good.
So thank you so much for joining me, man. I'm going to take us out. And guys,
thank you for having me.
Us online. It's an obvious pleasure to have you guys with us. Thank you so much. And we're out of here. Peace.
Peace.
Hang tight, Lee. There we go. Whoops. I can't.